Sir, your voice is not coming.
I think now I'm audible. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I'm telling you again. We have this prismatic bar, which has diameter is given around, say, 25 millimeter. Our diameter is given as 25 millimeter diameter. So cross section area can be calculated. We have four section A, DB, CC, and DD. Here, A section we are carrying the rod is carrying around 60 kilometer load leftwards. At DB, 20 kilometer load leftwards. At CC, 30 kilometer load rightwards. And at DD, 50 kilometer loads rightward pistol. If we now draw the free body diagram of A to B, B to C, and C to D of the bar, what will happen? Initially, the 60 km is given, which is suppose we have to put, as we have no relative, we have to use all these given loads. So 60 is put here, and this 60 km will be balanced, or to make the portion of the bar A to B. This we have to balance, put another 60 km rightwards at the section B to make it in equilibrium. So we put an imaginary force 60 here. Next, this imaginary force we have to cancel by putting another imaginary force on the same section B, which is orientation is leftward itself. Okay. Next, at this section B, we have actual load. Given load is equal to 20 kN. We are kept, we test it with the same amount and with the same orientation itself. So in order to put, in order to make the portion of the bar BC in equilibrium, we have to put on imaginary force 80, 60 plus 20 kilonewton force rightwards at this section C, which is imaginary. This imaginary force we have to balance by putting another imaginary force 80 with opposite orientation, that is leftwards, at this section, same section C in the free body diagram of C to D. Now at this section C, we have one rightwards force 30 kilonewton, that is 30. So we as a result, as a total, as by summing them together, 80 minus 30 is a 50 kilonewton load rightwards will be placed at the position D itself, which is matching with the given load 50 kilonewton. So the bar is equally balanced in all the section itself. Now, the problem is here. Next, so this bar becomes like this. Loading of the bar becomes like this. A to B, 60, 60. So A to B, it is carrying tensile load 60 to 60. From B to B, it's carrying tensile load 80 to 80, both sides. Tensile, both are tensile. And from C to D, we are having tensile load 50 as well as 50 here. Both are tensile. So as all the three portion of the bar, between all the different sections are subjected to tensile force, the bars will elongate accordingly. So total elongation will we have to use the formula delta is equal to P1 multiplied by L1 divided by, as it is a of same cross section, A will not change, and it's of same raw material, E will not change. A into D plus P1 P2 multiplied by L2 by A into D, A into E plus P3 multiplied by L3 divided by A into E. Okay. A is given as 25 millimeter diameter, so A can be easily calculable and calculated, and E is given as 190 GPa, and here P1 will be, P1 is 60, L1 from the problem, it is given as L1 is 2 meter, 2 meter or 200 centimeter. What they have done is all in millimeter itself. So 200 into another 200 meter, means 100,000 centimeters by 100 by 1000 millimeter itself. And P2 is L2 is given as 80. L2 is given as 1 meter, 1 into 1 multiplied by 10 to the power, meter is 3 and millimeter is another 3. Okay, 10 to the power 6, or 2 multiplied by 2 into 10 to the power 6, and as P3 is equal to 50 kilonewton and L2 is given as here 3 meter, 3 into 10 to the power 6. So if you put all these values, and area will be pi by 4 into 25 millimeter diameter whole square. So if we multiply, the total elongation delta will be multiply and add, the delta will be, as per total elongation, is 3.75 millimeter. Let us go through another portion of this chapter. Other some problems are there. You have to calculate time and again. And this is the different type of a problem itself. Let us start this bar of tapering section itself. Now, the bar of tapering section can be conical section or trapezoidal section, or of conical or trapezoidal section or round. It can be conical, it can or of trapezoidal section or of round section. Trapezoidal may be square and rectangular, square and rectangular. Now, it's a ball of conical shape under the action of an axial force P, as given here, is put here and as well as here. And it is conical shape, means its cross-section area is round, but as it is conical shape, it is varying from the minimum here to maximum at this end. D is the maximum diameter, is the larger end, small d is the minimum diameter or larger the smaller end. Length is L, is given here, L. Young's modulus of the E is the Young's modulus of the bar material itself. Now, consider a very small distance delta x here at a distance x from the small end. So this is the delta x, and it is at a distance x from small end itself. Now, the diameter at a distance x from small end should be d plus d minus d divided by L into x. This is very clear. First, the diameter of the small end is given as d plus the rate of change of diameter is d minus small d. Capital D is the biggest diameter, small d is the smallest diameter, and this diameter is being changed over a length equal to L. So rate of change of diameter with respect to the length is like this, multiplied by the distance of the concerned element, which is away from the lower diameter at with x. That is multiplied by x. That's why this form happens. Now we got the diameter itself. So what we have to do, the extension of the small element as per our Young's modulus, that is P into delta x. P is the load. Delta x is the length of the element. And d plus capital D minus small d divided by L into x whole square into pi by 4 into multiplied by E is given as A of the cross section at this elemental section, and E is known as the Young's modulus of the bar itself. Now, so first of all, we have to put them together and we have to simplify the matter a bit. So we put 4 here. From 0 to pi is put here. Pi remains d plus small d into x divided by L also into E. Now, so 4 into pi into E. This is all constant items. It is not dependent on dx. So it is put outside and it is integrated from 0 to L, multiplied by rate of integration of d plus d minus small d by L into x whole square to the power minus 2, because it is on the denominator, so it is put as minus 2 and dx. And thus, after the integration, we will take this particular form, and if you put the value of 0 and L, it will become this portion will be 1 by d first minus 1 by capital D, or this will become P into L by d minus d by capital D into small v. This P and D will be cancel each other, so it will P into L, E into E, D into small d. So the extension depends on the external load, total length, Young's modulus, as well as minimum diameter as well as maximum diameter itself. Now let us go for the trapezoidal section of the uniform thickness. Now it is a rectangular section. The section is rectangular in shape. So, and this is also rectangular. So what we have to do, B is the width at the larger end and small b width at the smaller end. So here T is the thickness of the section itself. This T is small same here from the at the left end as well as at the right end. T is small. So the width at the right end will be the left end is smaller side is the small b and larger side will be small t. And the total length is L, and we are considering the element at a distance x from left end of length delta x itself. Just 1 second. Now, we will involve the same process. Consider a small length, an elemental length delta x at a distance x from the small length. The width at a distance x from the small length will be b plus capital B minus small b divided by L. Capital B by small b divided by L into x, and x multiplied by x. The logic is same as before. B is changing from small b to capital B, and it is changing over the length L. So rate of change of this length is b capital B minus small b by L, and here we are considering a section at a distance x, so we put it x. So here the width of the section at a distance x will be given by b plus capital B minus small b divided by L multiplied on x into b plus kx. Now, if we put this value k here in place of b minus b divided by capital L to simplify the matter a bit, the cross-sectional area will be b into plus kx into t. The extension of the small length now will become b into delta x, that is p into L. L is equal to delta x and a into e. That is a is given by that is a full length, and e is also given. So the extension of the whole rod will given by like this 0 to L T divided by T plus kx into T divided by E. After the integration, this will become T and T and E is brought outside. This T, this T and this T, they are all constant and independent of x. So this is brought outside the integration sign. So an integration is done from 0 to L. So 1 by B plus kx into Tx. Now this will be, after integration, it will become 1 by k log with the base E into B plus kx into x, and it will be integrated from 0 to L. Just now, if we put the value of if we put the value of 0 and L, it will take this particular form, and log E B plus KL by P, as if we put L here, B plus KL will be the first function, log E B plus KL minus only log B. So that will be becomes log B plus K divided by B itself. And here, if we put the value of K here, this will take this form T divided by K into T into E multiplied by log E into B divided by T. Because 2 plus BL B plus B minus small b by L is multiplied by L. L will cancel each other, and this B will cancel each other. Only B is remain there. So B is put here, and small b is put here. So this problem is also finished. Let us go another problem. Just 1 second. Let us go through one practical problem here. Comparative listing is here. Tapering conical bar. Here what we have, a tapering conical bar of 1 meter length has diameter of 20 millimeter, 50 millimeter at 2 ends. So here small d is equal to 20 millimeter, capital D is equal to 50 millimeter. And find the elongation of the bar. Length is equal to 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. So what happens? And E is given as 205 CPA. So we have the formula just we have reduced 4 into P into L. Here P is given as, and the load is given, and actual load is given as P is equal to 250 K. So this is given as 250, and kilonewton is converted into Newton by multiplied by 1000. L 1 meter converted to millimeter multiplied by 1000. Pi E is given as 205 is given here, multiplied by again 1000 to make it megapascal, multiplied by 20, that is the small b in millimeter, and multiplied by 50, that is the bigger diameter in millimeter. So elongation will become, after calculation, it will become 1.55 millimeter itself. Now, if that steel bar, now we are saying it has a now a flat steel bar here is saying that it has a thickness T is equal to 20 millimeter, and it tapers uniformly from weaker, and width initially was uniform form, and initial width, that is B, small b, is equal to 30 millimeter, width of 20 to 30, small b is equal to 30 millimeter, and higher, biggest section is equal to 80 millimeter itself. Length is equal to 500 millimeter itself, and E is given as 205 CPA, and load, axial load is given by 205 CPA. So here the solution is given. We have the Kirchhoff formula here. The elongation of the bar is given by this formula. Its T is here. We have just reduced. T is given as 250 GPA multiplied by 10 to the power 3 MPa. K is the constant here, which is already calculated here by K is a constant given as K is equal to bigger side, this smaller side minus the total length. Here it is given as 80, B is 80 and B is 30. So 80 minus 30 divided by the length 500 millimeter, that will becomes 0.11, and thickness is given as which is constant 20 millimeter, and we have E, which is around 205 GPa multiplied by 10 to the power 3 ampere. If we put all these values here, the elongation of the bar will become 0.488 millimeter. Now let us go through one comparatively complicated problem. Here we have a plate of thickness 20 millimeter width, thickness equal to 20 millimeter, first initial Q1 is given as 22 millimeter, and width that is capital at a millimeter, and width that is B, that the bigger side is equal to 220 millimeter, and that is T1 or T2. You can say the taper, both are tapering. Here thickness is also reducing and width is also reducing. So T2 becomes 12 millimeter, and B is given by small b is given by 180 millimeter, and P is given 205 GPa, and P is given 20 kN multiplied by 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 3 MPa Newton. Now, what happens here? This is all we have put smaller width at smaller end, thickness at smaller end, width at larger end, thickness at larger end. Now, an elementary strip at a distance dx is taken into consideration at a distance x from the thinner end or small end. And what will be the width of the strip? Width will be 180, and rate of change of width for maximum minus minimum 220 minus 180 by 2400, the total length. Divided by total length 200. Oh, the length is 2.4 millimeter. That is length 2.4 meter multiplied by 10 to the power 3 is equal to 25 point. To make it millimeter, that becomes length is equal to 2400 millimeter. 2.4, not 2.5. It is given as 2400 millimeter. So we are having all these things here. The length is given, and the rate of the width of the strip is changing to the width of the strip at this section x is given by 180 multiplied by x divided by 60 itself. And thickness of the strip will be reduced in the same process. 12 is the minimum thickness is given here, and maximum thickness is larger end is 12 is 22, that is 22 millimeter divided by, it is changing what the length 2400 is multiplied by x. So 12 plus x by 240. So area of the strip width multiplied by thickness will be 180 plus x by 60 plus 12 plus multiplied by 12 plus x by 240 itself. So elongation of the strip is given as P into L by A into E, P into Tx by L. L is here Tx, and E is given, and area is here. This one full length is put here, and P is also put here itself. P, I don't think, what is the value of P? Full is kilonewton. Here P is given as P 20 kilonewton, 220 into 10 to the power 3 Newton. Now, The elongation of the strip becomes, if we put all this value of P, L as dx, E as E, and this area is multiplied by 280 by 6, x by 60, x by 240, then this equation will become P divided by E, which is a constant under the outside the integration sign. It is to be integrated from 0 to the maximum length, and of this value dx divided by 180 by x by 30 and 12 by x by 240. Now, question is how we shall make this integration. So if we simplify the matter a bit, we make it 4 outside these spaces, 4 will be, and 100 will be divided by 180 divided by 4. 180 divided by 4 is equal to 45. So we put 45 and 4 outside, and as we put 4 outside the bracket, we have to multiply this by 4. So 60 will be 260. So left side 45 by x by 12 is 240 multiplied by x plus x divided by 240 itself. This is remains unchanged. Now this thing we can take this particular shape, x 1 by 45 plus x by 240 minus 1 by 12 plus x by 240. And if we calculate it like this, it will be 12 plus x by 240 minus 45 minus 45 minus x by 240 divided by 45 plus x by 240 multiplied by 12.2 plus x by 240. Okay. So thus it is concept calculating, it is cancelling each other, and this plus 12 and minus 45 will become minus 33. So this we have to remove by putting another minus 1 by 33 here. So thus this equation and this 4 will go outside, P divided by 4 into E. Integration remains same, 0 to 400. So 1 by 33 plus 1 divided by 45 plus x by 240 minus 1 by 12 plus x by 240 itself. So we can integrate it like this. After integration, this portion will become ln or log E 45 plus x by 240 multiplied by 240 itself, and minus 240 ln minus 240 ln into 12 plus x by 240. If we take an integration, if we put say this thing is equal to say T1 and this thing is equal to T2 and integrate, this is particular shape log ln 1 by t, log it will become log t, and then put the value of the integration 0 to value of integration 0 to 2400. This will thus become this port. It will take this particular form itself. And if you put now 2400, this will reduce to this particular area itself. And we are putting the value of P here, we are putting the value of E here, and 132 and 24.3 as it is. And after simplification and putting the value of log E 35, 45, and 22, this equation will become 0.1043. This is the rate of integration of, this is the elongation of this particular rectangle bar of rectangular section, which is where both width and thickness is changing. Now, elongation due to self weight. Let us go through, if we have the time. The elongation due to self weight